Says you've been staring at him from the window all day. Does it give you that much pleasure to humiliate me?
Ever found yourself cringing at a movie relationship thinking, that's an absolute train wreck? Today's video explores the world of cinema to help you identify the warning signs of toxic relationships. Keep watching to discover how your favorite films can serve as an eye-opening resource for recognizing red flags and avoiding damaging partnerships. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss an update from us. Let's begin. People define unhealthy relationships, also known as toxic relationships, as those with a consistent lack of respect, trust, and equality between partners. These types of relationships can be emotionally, mentally, or even physically harmful, putting the well-being of those involved at risk. Recognizing the red flags, which are the early warning signs of potentially dangerous situations in relationships, is essential. Let's explore these red flags through the lens of various films. The 2016 film, The Girl on the Train. This psychological thriller tells the story of Rachel, the protagonist, who struggles with alcoholism after her divorce and subsequently becomes entangled in a missing persons investigation. A pivotal scene in the movie exposes the ex-husband's controlling behavior as he skillfully manipulates Rachel's memories to assert power over her.
All those things that you said I did, those terrible things, I didn't do any of them. You just watched me suffer. You made me feel so worthless.
This film adeptly illustrates the myriad ways controlling behavior can manifest, including emotional manipulation and gaslighting techniques that can leave the victim feeling disoriented and powerless. By analyzing the portrayal of control in The Girl on the Train, we gain a deeper understanding of this red flag and the potential consequences it may have on a person's life. The film highlights the insidious nature of emotional manipulation and the considerable toll it can take on an individual's mental health. Another common red flag in toxic relationships is isolation, which occurs when one partner deliberately restricts the other's contact with friends, family, and the outside world. This can involve monitoring communication channels, controlling daily activities, or creating a sense of dependency. The film Sleeping with the Enemy provides a chilling example of how isolation can take shape within an abusive relationship. In this gripping story, Laura fakes her death to escape her controlling husband, Martin, who systematically isolates her from her loved ones. In one particularly unsettling scene, Martin's obsessive need for control is highlighted as he meticulously arranges their home to adhere to his exacting preferences. This display of dominance and manipulation is exemplified by the line,
Everything in here as it should be?
I don't know why I forgot.
Well, we all forget things. That's what reminding is for.
This scene effectively illustrates how Martin's controlling behavior extends to even the smallest details of their shared living space, emphasizing the extent of his desire to dominate every aspect of Laura's life. The impact of isolation on a person's mental health can be substantial. Psychologist Dr. Julianne Holt-Lundstad conducted a study that explored the consequences of social isolation on an individual's psychological well-being. Her research indicates that those subjected to isolation experience an increased risk of depression and anxiety, as the lack of social support and connection can exacerbate feelings of loneliness and despair. By examining the portrayal of isolation in Sleeping with the Enemy, we can gain a better understanding of this red flag and the potential emotional damage it can inflict. Through cinematic representations like these, we can learn to recognize the signs of isolation in real-life situations, empowering us to take action and seek help when faced with such toxic relationships. An additional red flag to consider is verbal or emotional abuse. This warning sign in relationships manifests through tactics that demean, humiliate, or manipulate one's partner, including name-calling, gaslighting, and public humiliation. The dark comedy The War of the Roses showcases the damaging effects of verbal and emotional abuse as Oliver and Barbara's marriage disintegrates due to their increasingly spiteful behavior towards each other. In a memorable scene, Oliver publicly humiliates Barbara at a dinner party by deriding her lack of education. Psychologist Dr. Carol McBride conducted research exploring the psychological effects of emotional abuse on victims. Her findings reveal that those subjugated to such abuse often suffer from mental health issues like depression and anxiety. Moreover, the adverse effects can persist, impeding an individual's ability to form healthy relationships, maintain emotional stability, and cultivate a strong sense of self-worth. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from it. The fourth red flag in toxic relationships is jealousy, which can manifest when one partner exhibits possessiveness, often leading to accusations of infidelity or attempts to control the other's behavior. The thriller Fatal Attraction provides a gripping example of the perilous outcomes that can arise from excessive jealousy. In the film, Dan's extramarital affair with Alex spirals into a dangerous situation as her fixation on him intensifies. In one unforgettable scene, Alex's extreme jealousy is on full display as she takes the horrifying step of boiling Dan's daughter's pet rabbit in a fit of uncontrollable rage. Not only underscores her possessive nature, but also reveals her escalating desperation for his attention and validation. Psychologist Dr. Robert L. Leahy conducted research exploring the psychological effects of jealousy in relationships. His findings reveal that those experiencing jealousy may suffer from increased anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. Additionally, jealousy can lead to a pattern of unhealthy behaviors, such as surveillance, possessiveness, and even violence. Physical abuse is the fifth and perhaps the most recognizable red flag in toxic relationships. Physical abuse involves the use of force, such as hitting, slapping, or restraining, to control or harm the other partner. The movie Enough features a harrowing portrayal of physical abuse in a relationship. In the film, Slim, played by Jennifer Lopez, escapes her abusive husband Mitch and takes her daughter with her. Throughout the movie, we witness the physical and emotional toll that the abuse takes on Slim. In one particularly distressing scene, Mitch violently attacks Slim in their home. This brutal display of physical abuse highlights the devastating impact that such behavior can have on a person's physical and emotional well-being. By examining the portrayal of physical abuse in Enough, we can better understand the dynamics and consequences of this toxic behavior. Through engaging with such cinematic representations, we can learn to recognize the signs of physical abuse in real-life situations, empowering us to protect ourselves from its harmful effects and seek appropriate support when necessary. By exploring these 5 red flags in toxic relationships through the lens of cinema, we can become better equipped to recognize and address such behaviors in our own lives or the lives of those around us. Remember, it's essential to be aware of these warning signs and take action if you or someone you know is in a toxic or potentially dangerous relationship. Reach out to friends, family, or professional resources for help and support. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos for more helpful content, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our latest releases.